Guys, we have a new theory about why Bitcoin is slowly, maybe quickly, pumping to 100K, and it comes in the form of nation states. And we have a statement from Mike Novogratz. That's right, folks. Mike Novogratz, he is the head of Galaxy Digital, and he is claiming that countries are already buying Bitcoin in huge quantities. And maybe the US is falling behind. I mean, all we have to do is not sell the Silk Road stuff. But still, so countries are already buying Bitcoin in huge volumes, said Novogratz. Mike Novogratz, the founder and CEO of Galaxy Digital Holdings, a leading crypto investment firm listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange, has signaled a significant shift in the global adoption of Bitcoin. Now, it used to be only ETFs and then like retail buyers buying it up. But if it's nation states, they're not really buying it up for speculative purposes, more a long-term hold. And that bodes very, very well with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin could go a lot higher. Countries, and he's saying countries are already buying BTC in huge volumes. These are massive pools of capital entering the market. And we're seeing big bumps on Bitcoin, and this could be it. We're witnessing global adoption at a scale and the next rally could be massive. Buckle up. Caught up last week with Bloomberg TV. He said that on X. So in the Bloomberg interview, he elaborated on the unprecedented interest from sovereign entities. He mentioned a close associate, a person who introduced him to Bitcoin in 2013. Now, he's only saying this about Bitcoin, not other coins, who is currently in the Middle East. He's never seen anything like it, Novogratz said, so he's just basically saying the Middle East is already buying Bitcoin. And that could actually be the case, because remember the sovereign wealth fund thing with Dubai, $500 billion? I mean, they're obviously not buying $500 billion, but they could be buying a lot of Bitcoin, and we just don't really know it. He's convincing more people to buy Bitcoin in the 3 days he's been there than any time in his whole career, and they're huge pools of capital, so we're seeing something globally. So it's not only individuals people are convincing to buy Bitcoin, it's the nation states themselves. And of course, we need to get in on this in the United States if other people are buying Bitcoin. Now, I still don't think we should make it part of our strategic reserve until we get the hash rate out of China, but there's another reason to buy and store Bitcoin. Maybe not as much as Cynthia Loomis wants, but at least start a little bit. Novogratz noted that when former President Donald Trump, now the next president, advocated in Nashville that he intended to be a crypto president and a Bitcoin president, it caught the attention of international leaders. Other leaders heard that, he remarked, suggesting that geopolitical factors could contribute to an amazing rally in the Bitcoin market. We already know that several countries were actually looking at buying Bitcoin. Maybe that was the last trigger point. When questioned about the likelihood of the United States establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve under a Trump presidency, Novogratz remained cautious. I still think it's a low probability, he stated. He cited the complexity of the U.S. legislative process, emphasizing that while the executive branch or the House might show enthusiasm, the Senate often urges restraint. That's the role of the Senate. Nevertheless, Novogratz acknowledged the potential benefits of the U.S. embracing Bitcoin on a strategic level. So I think that's more likely to happen, buying and selling for strategic purposes rather than creating a reserve. And Novogratz is saying Bitcoin to $500,000. But I wouldn't be surprised if people in countries in the Middle East, like Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and other places are buying, as well as smaller countries. We know that El Salvador is buying. We know that I think Venezuela is buying. Brazil's thinking about it. And, we only know that they're thinking about it, but honestly, they could already be buying, and we just don't really know. They're probably buying off secret wallets, or they're just trying to keep it hidden. And maybe the Bitcoin people aren't really tracking like some of the smaller countries. But Novogratz saying that these countries are buying in large amounts, and there's really no reason not to believe him with the recent current price action. And if this is so, then 150K might be way, way too low. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.